Welcome back to Cities Skylines 2, everyone. We're just starting right here in the Paradox mods, just to kind of show a few things that I have added to the build. Found these nice big box packs, which probably fairly commonly used, but yeah, we're gonna add a few of these in. We already have the Target one of this brand, but now we have the IKEA, the Home Depot, the Costco Ware, Wholesale, the Barnes & Noble, and the Whole Foods Market. I just thought it'd be kind of cool to add those in there. So yeah, let's get going. Here we are back in City of Skelly Town. I hope you guys enjoyed the last episode of building out this beach here. But have you ever gotten back into your city and just thought, you know, how in the world am I going to work on my train network? Well, in today's episode, we're going to focus on that, and we're going to figure out the best approach of connecting your city to the outside world via train. So if you guys are excited for that, be sure to hit the like button, maybe comment on how you did it in the past, or maybe some suggestions on, well, maybe I could do it a little differently in this the city of Skellytown. But if you guys are excited for that, be sure to subscribe for more content coming up. And yeah, let's get going. So I think first off, I had to fix a few things with our tram network, as a bunch of our trams were deciding to stick on one line. So yeah, within our trams here, what pretty much happened was these two bottom ones took up 6 and 6, and so thus got rid of all the trams on the first line. So yeah, nobody was using it because there were no trams on it. So I went ahead and fixed that. So we should be good there now. That was just a little bit of a hiccup going on there. But what we're gonna end up doing is we do have this line here, so we might end up taking a little mulligan on that. All right, so actually, before we do any transportation issues fixing, I guess, we need to resolve a few education problems. So currently in our high schools, they're pretty full, especially over here, especially in our main big high school on that side. It's essentially jam-packed. So, and even this one as well could use another extension wing over here. So potentially we might, so this one doesn't actually, that's just a gymnasium. So over here, I think what we'll end up doing is bringing this road down here and maybe throwing an extra bit there just to get a little bit more going on with the elementary school. So let's make sure we drag that down just right there. I have to delete this house. Well, let's go ahead and throw another, hopefully it lets me. Come in. Oh, you know you want to do it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, that was a bit annoying, but we got it working in the end. All right, let's go ahead and just kind of clean up. Kind of makes it look like part of this. So, also with this guy, we don't really have a lot of space here. We do have this little bit here, so we might end up taking advantage of the other side of the road here and throwing a separate extension wing over here. So let's go ahead and put that right there. It's across the road, not a big deal. Just to kind of give a little bit extra there. We might even, honestly, we might do another one. Just kind of make that a general campus area there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to build a little bit of extra road here. And we're going to try to get this beautiful football stadium kind of right here on the water. I think it'll look pretty nice. Looks like, you know, you can go across right there. That works pretty well for me. Yeah, I think that's it. That'll be good for that. All right, so that kind of finishes off this area. So what we do need is to extend out this one as well. So we have the basketball here. We did build some tennis courts. We don't have any basketball courts, but we could throw a couple basketball courts right there, because what we're going to do is we're going to put a library and a gymnasium over top of those. So I guess maybe there's basketball courts in there. But yeah, you can imagine it, I guess. You can't really see in it, so you don't really know if it is there, but that expands it out another 400 or so people. So that should help pretty well there. I think eventually we'll probably need another high school, maybe somewhere over here, but that's at a different point. So what I was saying a little while ago about the transportation would be the train lines. So what we do with the train lines, what I do with the train lines, which I think works relatively well, is by first having your outside connections kind of come to a universal hub, and then from that hub you can kind of stretch it out to the different places. Now I've been kind of thinking about it, and I'm thinking maybe around this area would be somewhat of maybe the major downtown. I'm not really sure, but somewhere over here. And so we have this train line that kind of dead ends into here right now. I think maybe what we end up doing actually is backing it out. Or actually what we could do, we leave this part here, we could kind of cut it off over here. And since these two spots are already connected out to the different regions, we could have that kind of act as our initial kind of bring in point that then comes down to maybe we could build some form of maybe interchange here, bring a road down here. I'm not really sure how to do it without, I guess, first having a big city. So I think what's going to happen is we're just going to have to build a bit of a train station maybe here of some kind. And we do have a few smaller ones that we can probably work with. Right, so if we head over to the stations tab, this could potentially be a terminus station, but I'm not really sure if I love that, but maybe just something even like this. So this is just a small overground train station, which should work pretty well. I think maybe even we put it like right here or something, just kind of right in the middle. I think that could work. It's got potential. That way you can connect both ways again, and it's just kind of in the middle. It's reachable. It has some parking lots around it. It does serve a decent amount of this space. The only thing was that we can't necessarily get it over to here very well. So we could also elevate it. There is definitely that possibility. I don't not like that. I mean, we could technically put it right about here, and that could span over that. Let's actually leave, you know what, it does technically say that's available. So you know what, I think I might actually do that. So let's go ahead and put that one in right now, just to see what it looks like. Yeah, I think we can live with that. These houses probably can't be there, can they? How are those there? I don't know how those were able to stay there. So yeah, I don't know. That's actually interesting that those are allowed to build there. I don't mind. I mean, I'm not gonna say no to it, I guess, but the only downside is that this is technically a one track, so I don't know if I love that. So what we might end up doing is doubling it up. Now to do that, we'll need another road. Let's go ahead and put maybe just an alleyway right here and see if that's the right spot for it. I mean, I guess that's about where it has to be, doesn't it? I think that is how it has to work. So let's go ahead and delete some of these buildings underneath, because obviously that doesn't work. Yeah, probably not that one either. Go ahead to delete. Oh, apparently those work. So you know what? I'm going to leave those there. I think that'll work. So in order to get to this plane, you do have to come down that way, which is fine. Oh, there's a park there. I didn't even know that. You know what? We're going to put the park in between. I think that'll look pretty good. Let's go ahead and just delete that guy, I guess. So yeah, now we kind of have our 2 train stations here. And then we'll just have to bring this over, I guess. This will probably just have to get redeveloped. Nothing too drastic, I guess, but let's go ahead and maybe put this train station in as well. Yeah, so I'm still thinking kind of right here should work pretty well. So let's go ahead and just delete those 2. Let's go back into our train stations. Let's just kind of make it somewhere in the middle. somewhat able to go both directions. Probably something like right about there. I think that should work pretty well. Let's go down and get our tracks. Let's just make sure we grab the right one. Same one, I mean. Just so we're using the right correct track line. Alright, let's go from there. Now a straight line, please. Please. Yep, thank you. Alright. Let's get a angled line in here. That worked pretty well. And then as well as this one, let's get that to be 180. About there. All right. Yeah, I think that's pretty smooth. I don't mind that. So now essentially these houses have to go. And yeah, we're just gonna have to make a brand new connection into there. There we go. That's pretty good. Now the next step would be connecting up these tracks. So that could be a little bit more of a challenge, but we are definitely capable of it. So let's go ahead and up to about 30. I think that's probably what it's at, I would assume. Let's just check. Yeah, it's definitely at 30. So let's go ahead and I think we're gonna probably go right off of this guy. Actually, we're gonna get off there. And we're just going to end up going straight. Lovely. So now we got a nice split here. That looks pretty good to me. And then, yeah, it's just this one house, honestly. I might just delete that one house. All the other ones good. And then, yeah, we're gonna have to fix down here. So we're gonna have to delete all these. Hopefully they'll spawn in with the two distance one. And then this road is gonna have to go away as well. So why don't we actually get the road kind of to here? That way those houses can stay still. And then I think that's it. So that was not too bad. So now we've allowed ourselves to have outside access here of train, which is excellent. Now, as to where it could possibly go this way, I think it's just gonna have to probably keep going over everything and back down. So let's actually go ahead and just do that for now, just so we can get it out. We're gonna stay on that side of that, and yeah, we're just gonna go over everything. Keep a nice 90-degree angle there. Go back to our single tool. We'll do a straight one. So obviously all these buildings have to go, so we'll start by just demolishing those. And then from here, we also want to pull from this guy. How about we just snap to straight, please? Thank you. And then we'll snap down to this guy and bring it out to about there. That should be good. That's pretty smooth. I don't mind that. Yeah, all right. So let's go ahead and delete some of these buildings that are not going to work here. Probably don't want to live directly under a rail line. I forgot. Did they build the ability to be over the road? They did. You know what? We might end up taking advantage of that. Yeah, let's do that. Now, this is not the biggest city in the world right now, but I think technically it will grow. You know, it will get bigger. So I think having it like that can actually work pretty well to our advantage, to be honest. And then we will end up just doing one of those S-bends from here. So we'll go about there. It just needs to scooch over just a smidge. We do want our guidelines there, and then connect it right in. Nice. Yeah, I think that works pretty well. You got the tram line underneath it as well. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I think in the end, this is definitely going to end up being redeveloped into some higher density at some point. Just right now, we're kind of building out the infrastructure. So yeah, I think what we got here is pretty good. I actually don't mind it. We have connected out our outside connection currently into this city. Now, like I was saying before, I prefer it. The outside connection is kind of going into a main terminal, not necessarily just going directly into your city like this, just because you bring everybody into the main terminal, then you disperse them out to all the other cities. But in this case, we just have it set up like this for now. Eventually, I think we will sever these lines and have them go to some main, and then we'll still reuse these lines in order to bring people from maybe over here over to here, or vice versa, maybe down this line. So there's a lot of different options there. But all right, so we have that built now. We just kind of have this going into nowhere currently. I think it'll probably go out this way, and we could honestly build that right now. I might just do that in a quick little time lapse, just kind of build it out in order to get it to connect out to this side of the map, because we don't have currently a connection out there. So yeah, let me go ahead and do that right now. I'll be right back. All right, there you have it. So now we have a good connection over on this side of the map. Nice little curve around here. Had to cut a little bit of this mountain out, but not too much. Made it look pretty decent. Brought it to the side here. And yeah, brought it over the highway here, and that should be high enough, looks like. Looks like maybe only the pillar's in the way, which is unfortunate. Let's see if I can move that without it disappearing, which I doubt it. It always disappears. Maybe. Oh, hey, you know what? I'll take the single pillar. That looks fine. Yeah, that'll work. All right, yeah, so we brought that over. It obviously comes right next to the other bridge here. That should be good. And then, yeah, back where we were. So I think we're good to go. We're good to get a couple lines in here. We could potentially, at this point, just so it doesn't get overcrowded, we could pull one here, have it stop here, and then pull these two from this side, have it stop here and stop there. So we won't have anything go through, which I think will help with the traffic, which I don't know exactly how that works. I know, hold on, let's look at our settings. If we look at our outside traffic adjuster here, I did have this to set the train spawn rate to pretty much 0. It's got 0.1, so occasionally there might be another one, but yeah, I think right there, I think that's a good setup currently. Now, the thing that we are lacking at the moment is a rail depot. Now, as to where that should be, let me think about it. All right, I've gone through a few different options, and I kind of think that it needs to be out here, just because we probably won't do a whole lot out here, and it's relatively easy connection to the train line. Whereas if, you know, we did it over here by the dump, it's a little too close to the water. I don't love that, and then it's kind of hard to get it attached to the train line here as well, so that's not a great option. You kind of have this area here, but then again, you have really no connection to the train line. You could do it down here, but I think this would be a pretty cool spot for some like fjord type residential area. I guess that'd be kind of cool looking, so I don't want to dump a train depot there. I mean, you also have kind of this area over here, but we have no road infrastructure, so yeah, I think over here is probably our best bet. We will go ahead and maybe buy like those 2 tiles just to give ourselves a little bit extra space. And yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Now, we do have a few separate train depots that we can probably put in. Instead of doing kind of the standard one, we can kind of split it out. So essentially this is the middle section of the part that needs it. Needs the road connection. Then we have all these other kind of the train depot sections. We could also do maybe this one. I mean, we don't need a lot of trains at the moment, so maybe 6 vehicles is probably enough. Plus, it's not that massive one that we kind of have to deal with. So if we do kind of this way and have to bring the road over these train lines, kind of bring it down like this, I think maybe something along, because actually it goes through that depot, which is good. I'm thinking if we go maybe somewhere around like here, and then we have to somehow get a road up and over here. Now we do need some space in order to get those train lines back through there, so maybe we go about there, end up you know what, no, this is gonna stay up all that way. So, and then we'll have this road kind of come down here and then end up coming up, and we'll make a nice little turn into that road here. All right, now nothing special. It's not the nicest thing in the world, but it works for now. We can obviously expand it out later if we need to. And yeah, we should be able to get all these lines coming around here, kind of joining in underneath that road, and then the same thing on this side. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get this highway connection built. Again, it's not going to be anything too fancy. Obviously, we don't have a ton of room here. It's more or less just going to be a straight out of junction. So let me go ahead and let me do all that. All right, there we have it, guys. I think that looks pretty decent. I don't mind that. So yeah, I think maybe we could potentially. So we'll leave that side in. I think maybe over here we probably could have raised the land up, but I'm not gonna be too picky about it. But yeah, we got our entrance and on-ramp here, so we should be able to now get our traffic up there. We do need, however, some power and water. I think maybe what we might do is, just to make things a little more simple, we will bring this over here and probably just kind of jump this over the highway here and just connect that up into there. But yeah, we'll end up bringing this over here, give it a little bit of connectivity out this way. So obviously we'll need to have something going on here. I probably should have my topography lines on just to make sure I'm not gonna run into anything major here. All right, so let's go ahead and just curve this down into here, and that should be good. That should be good enough. So that should technically connect our water, power, and sewer. Hopefully, there we go. That's perfect. All right, last bit to do is connecting up the train lines. So this is not too difficult of a thing to do, as long as we get the correct lines in here. So essentially, they're all single tracks, which is not the greatest, but we can make it work. So we're just gonna kind of bring this out this way. Now, that obviously is not the nicest looking connection in the world, but I think it works. And actually, since we might try to use a single track. Why don't we try a single track? So what we're gonna do is, from this side, we're gonna make a nice sweeping angle there, and then maybe use our. All right. Essentially, there is not a very easy way to do this. Yeah. So that kind of sucks. It kind of requires you to have the extra connection. I kind of wish that it would only connect one side, but I guess it's because I have it as a two-way, it automatically does it. That's right. So we'll live with it. So we're gonna end up bringing this guy down here, And now which one to connect it to is the question. I think what we're gonna do is connect to the first one, and then we will have all the other ones kind of connect into this individual one at some point. So let's go ahead and just make a nice angle there, and then connect down into that one. Let's go ahead and make sure that, oh, that's interesting. It's connecting both of those. Well, I guess in that case, why don't we just, will it accept that? No, see, maybe this doesn't work. All right, well, I was hoping to be able to use this part, but I'm not gonna be able to because the tracks are too close together. So we're gonna end up just going back with this one, and actually it fits perfect. So it was like it was meant to be. All right. Now we can go ahead and actually start building out our lines. So I'm thinking that our initial line here, we're gonna do passenger line. We're gonna go, and actually since they're gonna come out this way, let's start over here. So we're gonna take our right station. Yeah, we're gonna take our right station there. Come out this way, connect into the Canastota region. That's an interesting name. Canastota, and then come back and obviously actually we don't want to do that, so that's fine. All right, we have our first train line. So this is going to be Canastota. I think it's Canastota. Or is it a can of soda? I don't know. Canastota to Skellytown North, we'll call it for now. There is 2 train lines on that. I don't know if it needs 2 train lines, so we're gonna kick it down to 1, please. And then let's make sure we get the correct. We don't want anything too heavy, so let's go ahead and do like the 4-car unit. I think that could be good. Instead of the diesel, we'll do the light rail, and those will have to turn back around, of course. So next time we make a line, let's pause it so that we can get the right trains out there. All right, let's get our second passenger line. So this one will be starting here on the right side of this. And then it will come down, stop on that station there. And then it will go to Stowasay. Hop on back over here. Come on the right side. And end on the right side. All right. So now we got our second line here. So this was Stowasay, I guess, to Skellytown South. Excellent. Go ahead and make that a slightly different color. And then hop on in here. We're going to change it to, let's do this 6-car one. I think since it's a little bit longer, we'll go ahead and do just that one. And maybe we'll make it 2 vehicles for now. That should be fine. Let's go ahead and make sure the other one, I unselected the other one. Okay, good. All right, let's do one more. So now we are going from, why don't actually we go to the end of that side on this one. And then stop on the right. And then this one is coming down this way to Shoreham. And then hop back up. Stay on the right side. And connect it. All right. This is going to be beautiful. Let's go ahead and make sure we'll just stick with the 2 right now. And actually, you know what? We'll use the Canadian passenger train. Why not, right? So this one will be a green colored line. And yeah, let's go and check out the trains that come out. See what they look like. All right, this is the Canadian one. Oh, no, that's the 6 passenger. This is the Canadian one. No. Where's the Canadian train? Oh, right. Oh, that's the 6-car one. It takes a couple seconds, I guess. There it is. Oh, you know what? That's actually pretty sick. I like that. All right, well, apparently this is picking up a lot of trash. Garbage is piling up. Also, the sorting speed needs some help. So let's go ahead and just update that a second here. So that's storage capacity. This doesn't actually help with speed. Ooh, that's not great. Well, let's just do the other truck depot, I guess. And yeah, let's look and see if our trains have shown up. There goes that one. So let's check to see if anybody is here. It's a ghost town. Anybody want to come up? Some people at the park. Oh, this isn't even the Canadian ones. That guy should come on this side. Yes, exactly. Okay. So the benefit of this is that you get, now we don't really have any tourists per se, but this does connect to the outside world, which does have its advantages. However, there's not great, I mean, there will be connectivity if you wait for a train here to go over here. I mean, you can, I guess. It's not the best choice, but you can do it. So yeah, let's speed it up. See if our number of transportation. Let's see what the transport is for our citizens. All right, well, it ticked up to 7. We're transporting 7 people a month. We are using the realistic time mod. So unfortunately, 1 month does equal 24 hours of is that real time? I might need to change that because that's a bit harsh. Might be a little difficult to pick up on any of the changes, I guess. Oh boy. You know, we probably should have done this beautiful arch bridge over here. Can I change that? Can I upgrade this? Oh my, guys. That looks freaking fantastic. Look at that bridge. That looks amazing. I love that bridge, especially next to the big white one. Oh yeah, the arch bridge next to the truss bridge. Beautiful. Plus the color. I think actually the color looks pretty slick too. All right, perfect. All right, well, we are technically near rush hour, so everybody should be going to work, and maybe people are leaving the city to go to work. I don't know. There's 16 passengers waiting, guys. I mean, it's getting used. It's getting used now. Oh yeah, there we go. Got a little bit of usage going on here. We got some people living underneath the station. But that's a fun place to live. Then we got our tram right underneath there. We probably should move the stops for the tram. I think it was right there. We could potentially move those stops just to make it a little bit closer, which does make a little bit more sense, doesn't it? So we need to have, oh man, I mean, there's ones right there too. People just have to walk. It'll be fine. It's not too far to walk. You know, you only got to walk to there. Excellent. I think this turned out really nice. Let me know what you think. Do you have any other insight as to what else to do? We need to have more education, that's for sure. We might just have to throw maybe another annex building over here. Oops, I turned it off. Alright, because we need the capacity, so let's go ahead and just throw that there. Well, let's make sure that this is not off. Alright, here we go. So this is a pretty massive high school over here, if you ask me. Yeah, it now holds 2,600 students. That's pretty crazy. I think eventually a lot of this is going to end up being redeveloped for sure. Oh, you know what? I never gave this an operating district. Oops. As well as we need some more buildings for this guy. I think maybe over here could look pretty good for that. Give a little bit of extra building there. And then additional classrooms, 1,000. Yeah, we got to do that. That's all right. Well, let's do this one first. I guess this one only is 500 or not. Don't do it then. Weird. Wouldn't let me do that. Okay. All right. Well, now this elementary school is massive as well. This holds 3,200 students. That's a lot of elementary kids. And you know what? Our wages are still, our monthly trend is still great. So we don't have to worry too much about that. Yeah, that's a pretty beefy elementary school if you ask me. All right, I think we're off to a good start here, guys. I think this is turned out really nice. We have obviously not expanded a whole lot this episode, but we did get a nice new infrastructure in for our trains. High resource cost. Interesting. So based on that, kind of looks like our next episode might be to do with some more industry related items. Yeah, because I mean, our taxes are fine. I mean, our taxes are honestly low. Like commercial is 2%. I might bump that up maybe to 6, just because that'll give us a little bit more income. I mean, that was 80,000 a month, pretty much. But yeah, that should be pretty good. Our electricity, we're still exporting, which is good. Our water, we're not exporting any water because we don't have it connected to the outside, but we could do that. Technically, right now, we do have a pretty massive surplus. And we are not exporting any of it. So, well, that's not as much as I would have thought. All right, guys, going up a little bit. Hopefully, maybe we can get a positive amount in here. That should be pretty good. All right, I think what we need to look at next episode is our industry areas and how to make them more profitable, because we are definitely in a deficit of pretty much everything. The only thing we currently are processing is our metal ore and our stone. Even though this apparently says that we're not mining any stone, which is interesting because we definitely have some stone mines over here. Are you not working, sir? No, he's working. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. We'll obviously have to get a few more around the area. We could maybe make a couple more mines here. I think there was some over here. Let's just double check. So we don't really have any there. I think it was up under these mountains. So we could potentially come over on that side and maybe dig into those mountains, get some more ore and stone. And we obviously have the road right here. We can connect pretty well, easily there. Have access to the highway yet. Garbage is piling up still for some reason. I don't know why the garbage truck can't reach this, but I think that is potentially another issue that we're having is our garbage is you know, the processing speed is okay. I guess it's not the worst. Oh, I know why. Because it's not in a district. I will do it. So what do we want? Do we just want a special district of I guess we can do this, right? Postal district. Sure, why not? Let's go ahead and make sure we add that in there. All right, that's better. Yeah, so we did a fair amount of things here in this episode. We added on to all of our education, so that was good. We added this nice little football stadium here, high school sports park. We upgraded this high school and this elementary school to way more capacity. Oh, massive jump there. Oh, another massive jump there. What's going on? Everybody's leveling up. Oh, there's another jump. All right, well, that's interesting. Yeah, so we should be good now. Oh my, look at this crowd of people. That's fantastic. I mean, this little tiny train can hold 320 people. That's pretty good. Oh, all right. Let's see what does this guy hold? Oh, 840. So that's a bit better. All right, you can see all the different people showing up here. Oh, hold on. What'll this get to? 197. That's not bad. Yeah, so that's going out to can of soda. Which should be fine. If we click on our train station here. Oh yeah, this should be good. We got a lot of people waiting. This is excellent. So that didn't pick up anybody. It looks like everybody's going out to can of soda. Let's check out this one. You can see the definite reach of this is probably about this big. That'll work pretty well if you ask me. Let's jump over to this one. Oh wow, that's interesting. So if you clicked on this station, you have all the different walking lines from this station. Yeah, you can definitely tell the reach here. So it looks like a lot of people are walking out this way, coming all the way from there, honestly. So it reaches that whole area pretty well. And then as well as the tram line does go right here. As long as I put a stop here, which I think I did right here, we're pretty good, because that's a nice little short walk there. And then unfortunately that doesn't help too many of the people in the middle here to get over to it, so you kind of have to walk to get there, but that's all right. That's all right. I think maybe one last piece here before we go is another little parking lot right in the middle here. Perfect. All right, got a little parking lot on this side in line with all these buildings, and then you got the parking lot on this side. And a bunch of bikes. That's fantastic. I didn't even think about that. Hold on. Hold on. Let's go into my bike parking, because I forgot about the bike parking. Wait a second. Wait a second. All right, let's throw one there. Throw one there. And then as well as maybe a few on this side. That should be perfect. And actually, speaking of bike parking, let's quickly add some to this one. And then I'm never going to stop playing this game, because it's an addicting game and I can't stop. Alright, let's do maybe a little small one like there and there. That should be enough bike parking, right? Look at all the bikes coming in. Oh, here they all come. Alright, what did you do? Oh yeah, see that? Everybody's getting on this train. Holy cow. Alright, it's full. Ooh boy, we might need to add... Oh, it's got one vehicle on it. Okay, so that's a problem. Let's make it 2. Alright, you know what guys? We're getting decent usage, which I love. So at least what we did is actually not broken. Yeah, 2,000. We got 7,000 a month on the trams. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. We got a lot of biking availability yet. Yeah, that's not bad. Look at this, is already full, so we're gonna need... I guess that makes sense, right? So we'll probably need a massive bike haul, I guess. What if I did it like right underneath here? Now I know I do already have some, you know, we'll put it on this side. All right, what we're gonna do, we're gonna delete that building, and then we're gonna have just this guy. What does this hold? 326, that's not bad. Yeah, that looks better to me. Kind of underneath. Let's take a look. Excellent. Yeah, it gives the people a place to park their bikes and jump right in. What did this guy get? 17, not great. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. And if you were excited for the episode, please be sure and hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more, just so I can keep things going on the channel here. But anyway, guys, hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye.